Hello, everyone. I'm here with Rod Batchat from All Practice Solutions. Rod has a dental supply company, a dental equipment company here in the Chicago area, and I met him through the pandemic. You remember that, Rod? It
Oh
was
yeah,
it was almost like a drug deal
was a
because
parking lot meet. Yeah.
it was a parking lot of Jewel, and I wanted one of those. What are those things? The external suction things.
Oh yeah, was the hot commodity back then. Yeah.
Yeah, back then it was. I sold one of them to one of my members yesterday, and because they saw me using one of them as a dust collector. So when I'm drilling a denture, that thing sucks everything out. So instead of being on the floor, and he saw it and he wanted, I'm like, sure, and I gave him a good discount too. But yeah, I met Rod. In a parking lot of Jewel, which is a grocery store here in the Chicago area. I gave him a check, and he delivered the rest to me. But yeah, Rod, you've helped a few of our members getting a CT scan, a cone beam, and you've helped them with a lot of different things. And I wanted you to tell me a little about yourself, because I think your background is as interesting as my background, and how do you come to open up a dental supply company? Talk to me about the dentists in your family, and then we can go from there.
Sure. Thanks for having me, Dr. Bob. So yeah, originally I'm a physician back home. So I used to be an anesthesiologist, but I'm not practicing here in the States. My journey with the dental started by managing my wife's office. She's a dentist in the Chicago area. Uh, she hated to work for other people, so she bought a small office 2008, and was a big struggle back then, trying to get by. So I had to, help manage the office, learn a lot of things about dental, negotiating deals, do marketing on my own, all that. So that's how it started. I started with selling supplies in 2012, and then I started my own company, All Practice Solutions, 2016. And I started adapting a lot of equipment, anything equipment, imaging, and then I start focusing on CBCTs 2019 actually, and yeah, I saw a lot of these machines, a lot of them, through your groups that a great customer that you come from you, and I'm very happy. So
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, a lot of people don't know this, and they constantly ask me, "Who is Rod?" And I tell them, "Look, I trust the guy." And what I like about you is that you're not only, everybody claims they match prices, but you're literally willing to take less as your profit as the dealer to give our members a better price. And we do have an agreement with Prexion for better pricing for my members. They check the list of the people that bought from you quarterly to make sure these are only through my group.
correct. So I'm a big seller of Prexion. I'm the second highest seller in the US as of last year, but I also, with my special pricing, I have even deeper special price for the DIG group for sure. So
Yeah.
and yeah, you're right. So it's not about just the price. I don't, it's not about cutting corner of the price. I have no cutting corners on customer support and quality of service, and
Yeah.
being always there for my customers.
Yeah, I always say that, you have any issues, you pick up the phone and you talk to Rod, the owner of the company, and he'll rectify the issue for you. One of the questions that sometimes comes up for me regarding equipment is like, if someone needs a chair, and I know you have really nice dental chair packages. Let's say someone in Georgia wants to buy it. How do you deal with that? How can someone say, oh, if I go through a big supply company, they'll come and install it for me? How do you go about selling to a different state, not in Chicago?
Sure, it's simple. There's a big network of independent installers nationwide. I have contact almost in every city to basically use them for my install. But honestly, a lot of time, the dentists I work with, they have their own independent, technician that they're comfortable using. And that's another nice situation where I can just, basically use their guys and then I pay them for the installation and would be, smooth sailing from there.
Oh, so even if they're not comfortable with another installer, if they have their own, you basically pay for their time
Absolutely.
to install it.
Absolutely, yes. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah, and that's great. And you can carry other small equipment as well. I've seen you have X-ray generators, you have E2V sensors, you have different kinds of equipment, correct?
absolutely, yeah, down to the everything, laser, more implant motor, everything. So yeah,
Great.
yeah.
I just wanted to have a little conversation with you for people to be able to put a face to the name. So it's not like, oh, somebody out in the internet is selling us something. Rod is a guy that I've known for a while. We talk a couple of times a week regarding different things, and he's here in the Chicago area. Rod's wife is a dentist in our group and has a practice on the north side of one of the northern suburbs in Chicago. And he works hard for us. So if you need any equipment, if you need any, a cone beam, especially these large ones, and one of the good things about Prexion, Rod, is that they actually take care of everything, right?
That's
They,
so true.
right?
So everything from shipping, installation, and even training is like they send their own installers, and then they send a second day or third day from installation. They send their own trainer to have a full day training in office. And beyond that, it's the customer support. So no, so I always tell my doctor, you don't need to worry about if I'm small, I'm in Chicago, where is my support? None of that matters with Prexion because they take every single support call directly. So you call them directly for anything you need, and it's all covered. As far as the 10 years warranty, bumper to bumper, is all covered through them,
And
and they're amazing.
that's the other thing I tell people that cone beam systems have advanced so much that they all give you a great image. The important thing is the price point, which you're going to take care of, and it's the warranty, which is a 10-year bumper to bumper. Nobody else has that. They may have something similar, but it doesn't cover everything. And they take care of the warranty and support themselves. They don't have to come call Rod and say, hey, Rod, this is broken. They take care of it as a company, correct?
A to Z, absolutely, from day one. Yes.
Right. And they still have they would include CE courses to teach you how to read CBCTs. Do they still have that?
So that's an option with the deal. Yes, we can still offer that for whoever needs some training or some feedback on using the CBCT, the radiology part. Yes, absolutely.
Great. And also for the guys in the Chicago area, Rod also has, if you're not ready to buy a machine, right? You have a service, a mobile service as well, right? That you can go to their
Yes.
office. Tell
So
me about that.
I put one of these Prexion machine inside a van. So I have a mobile CBCT for whoever can now afford to purchase a machine. They use probably random, service here and there. They can use that. So yeah, we do that. I'm probably planning even to bring it to the Chicago midwinter. We'll see. I'll have my own booth for my company there, number 1817, if anybody's going. But then I might even have the van there too. So we'll see.
Right. And I tell people it's, even if your CBCT is down and you need it until it gets fixed, they can call you and use it. And you told me that you actually have a formula that if they use you and then later on they try to get a CBCT, you will get some of the money they spent on these back to them as credit, right?
True. So I always tell the guy, the dentist who use my mobile service, I love your service. I appreciate it. But then if you ever get to the point when you send me about 4 to 6 CT scan a month, might as well you keep this patient, you buy a machine, you charge them instead of I charging them because whatever they pay you for the 5 of them pays for the loan on the machine. So you'll have a free machine and you can use it 50 times, not 5 times a month. So, and then we have basically some kind of reward program for users to put it back on buying a brand new machine from me when they're ready.
Great. I wanted to thank you, Rod, for being here. Do you have anything else you want to add?
No, just thank you for what you do, for the hard work you do for your groups and for us. And I appreciate your the platform you're offering for us. It's been great.
Thank you very much, Rod, and hopefully we can talk a little later. I will have a list of booths that for my sponsors published so people can come and visit you.
Awesome. Thank you so much again, Dr. Bob.
Great. Thank you.
Bye-bye.